Very often I hear this a lot from my clients and from people generally, which is, how can I have a more purposeful, intentional life? How can I live a life that matters to me more like? And let's embark on a journey to understand something fundamental about ourselves. And for this, just imagine that imagine your life as a compass, only that instead of pointing north, it points to what matters most to you. These are your values, and understanding them is the first step to living a more intentional life. As values are the conclusions we draw from our experiences about what's truly important. In other words, if you want to understand what's driving you in life, in any situation or regarding anything, you can ask yourself, what is important about this to me? Or what's most important to me right now in what I'm doing? Therein lies your values, because they are very personal to you. And if you think about it, they are your own generalizations about what matters in your life. In other words, values are not passive because they are actively shaping your life. Think about that. And you see, our values are not one size fits all at all. Just like in a garden, there are different types of plants. Your life has different areas with unique needs. So you have different values for different aspects of your life. Think about it. You might value, let's say, creativity in your personal life. And in your career, you value stability. So if it looks like the career is not stable, you find yourself unhappy. And maybe in your relationship, you value connection. Okay? So these values aren't just nice ideas. They are really the engine behind everything you do. Every goal you set, whether it's learning a new skill or building stronger relationships, it all comes from trying to live out your values. They are your internal motivation system, if you would. So if you are wondering why you're not feeling settled in a situation or in a place or with someone, something seems to be off, chances are there's a core value of yours that's been not met in that moment. In other words, that's been violated. So when you face challenges, it's your values that guide your decisions and your actions. They help you navigate through any uncertainty, and they keep you more like aligned with what truly matters. Okay, so for example, if you value honesty, if that's a core value of yours, you find yourself striving to be truthful even when it's difficult. And if for any reason you have to be dishonest or not abide by the truth, you will feel very, very unsettled about that. If you value growth, you find yourself constantly seeking out new opportunities and embracing change very easily. Okay? If someone values stability, as I started before, quick change might be very, very, very disturbing to them. So recognizing and honoring your values can lead to a much more fulfilling and purposeful life. When your actions align with your values, you experience a real sense of harmony and authenticity. On the other hand, conversely, when there's a disconnect, you will feel uneasy and dissatisfied. So you probably now can see where that inner dissatisfaction and unease you feel about certain things or places of people might be coming from. So understanding your values is not just an important aspect of things to pay attention to. It's also a continuous journey. And this is because as you grow and as you evolve, your values may shift. They may change. They may lead to new priorities, newer perspectives. So what once meant something extremely important to you might no longer be the case. So it calls for regularly reflecting on your values and assessing how well your life still aligns with them. That exercise can be a very powerful practice, I find. And that's because it can actually help you make much more intentional choices. It can help you set much more meaningful goals and ultimately lead to a life that feels true to who you are. That authentic life. So now let's talk about qualities. They are how we see ourselves. The quality of a thing is really whatever attributes or characteristics that describe that thing. Okay. And in the case of we as human beings, it will be your self-image that is built from your experiences. In other words, your qualities come from what you've experienced before. When people say, I am kind or I am determined, they are talking about their qualities. In Descartes' words, qualities are generalizations of who you are based on your experiences. In other words, your qualities will come from where you've been, what you've experienced, what you know, what the situation was, what you did in that, what worked, what didn't work, and so on. Okay. They're a reflection of who you are when you look at yourself. But unlike a mirror's simple reflection, qualities are built from your experiences and actions. So when someone is saying, I'm resilient, they are not just describing a trait, they are sharing a story of overcoming challenges.